well, I would like to live without arms. And he said, how about without arms or legs? That's basically how you live right now.
Okay, so it's my turn. I'm just overthinking this. He said that I need to start the podcast, and I don't know how to do this, so I need to practice a lot. But like I cannot show my enthusiasm like right away, like he can, but because he's trained YouTuber
I've
and stuff like
practiced
that.
it,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I will try it, but it would be cringe. 3, 2, 1. Hey people! No, I cannot. Jesus, this is cringe.
This
Please
is what
do it.
I've been doing. Like, I'm not saying that we're robots or anything. Like, you can do it like this. But I have been recording myself for 3 years, and I've been practicing. I mean, I've been failing at that first
Okay.
part a lot of times. So I've been doing like, "Hi, this is H to the stage," and I'll do like maybe I can say, "Hello, this is H to the
Ah,
stage."
yeah,
Then I
yeah,
can say
that's it, that's
maybe, "Hi, I'm H to the stage." It's always like I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
real
it's
sure,
messy,
but I've
yeah.
just made it simple. Like, "Hi, this is H to the stage," and
Joe!
and welcome backstage. This is the 4th episode of our podcast, and I'm super excited about this one because today we're not actually talking about music for a change. We're talking about our favorite series. right?
Series, yeah,
Like,
the best comedy show ever made.
I think this is one that like
I
will
think.
never people will never grow tired of it.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it will. It already stood the test of time, but I think it's just gonna get better and better. And we're talking, of course, about
The Office.
The Office, U.S. Office.
US Office,
And that's
yeah.
the first thing where we're going to start. Have you ever watched the British Office?
I watched couple of clips. I never put it on and watch the full episode. So I'm sorry for that, and I will probably one day do that because I'm
Same. I haven't. I know that Rick.
Rick Gervais. Yeah,
yeah,
he also made and British and American version. Yeah,
but not all of the episodes. I think later on they had a cast of people who were writing, like
probably,
the guy, not probably, but that guy who acts the role of Ryan and Kelly.
Okay.
Those two are writing most of the.
Oh really?
And no, who else?
Who?
Moose.
Really?
Moose.
From Dwight Farms.
Yeah. So
Great,
three of them are actually, as I understand, maybe I'm wrong, but I think I've read it somewhere. They are the ones that wrote most of the episodes
didn't know
laterwards.
that.
Maybe
Cool.
maybe Rick wrote the first couple of seasons or something like
probably,
that.
yeah.
But later on,
He's the mastermind, and then they took it.
yeah, because
Yeah,
U.S. Office has been airing way longer than the British ones.
Yeah,
The
I know
British
that,
one
I know
only
that.
has maybe a couple of seasons. Then they, I don't know, canceled it for some reason. But
Maybe
this,
because of the British humor.
maybe. But I like British humor.
Me too. Yeah.
British humor is
It's perfect.
it's not maybe dark. It is sometimes.
It's hard.
It's hard.
That's what she said.
But it's like they have a lot of those. They have a lot of things that are very unique about Britain.
Their culture, yeah.
So they use some words that maybe are not completely understood all around the world. But for example, if we're just switching around, have you ever watched Only Fools and Horses?
I never did that.
You never did
Yes,
that.
Yeah, I never did. You already told me to watch that, but I never had a
That's
chance.
like a perfect British series.
humor,
Like
yeah,
that's I just love that. If you ever watch that, that's definitely one episode that we
I
can talk.
also
one-
like I watched like a couple of clips and
Yeah,
I
but-
know who are the main characters, but I never
but like Only
get
Fools and
into it.
Horses is just perfect.
Yeah.
I really love
Yeah,
this.
those
But
like there's a short guy and tall guy. They're
Brothers.
brothers and they are like
they're basically like people
selling things. And
yeah,
stuff
but they're
like that,
basically
yeah.
like people that live maybe here, maybe not completely, but they are always kind of finding their way to
Yeah,
survive and
yeah,
stuff.
I know,
and they're
I know,
always like we say it here. I'm not sure how like tying loose ends, basically
okay,
meaning
okay.
living from one month to another.
Yeah, to another. Yeah,
And
they're, always,
they're
yeah,
just crazy.
yeah,
But
yeah.
maybe that's not the
Okay.
topic of today's video. Let's talk about Office. So, how did we agree to do this episode?
Because it's we are actually we have you and me have a really similar way of humor.
Yeah.
We have same jokes.
sense of
Yeah,
humor.
sense of humor. Yeah, sense of humor. And like we are joking the same things, and we have that's our bond of our friendship. I think.
Completely compatible in that area.
Yeah. We always like when we are taking drinks or dinner or everything we do together, like we are always taking reference from especially the office
Especially
and
The Office.
everything else. But office is like the main thing. We are like all together. Like we are taking the sentence and phrases, and it's just always perfect.
And I can't like remember how many times we've sent each other clips.
Yes,
And
yeah.
sometimes the same clips, and
Yeah,
we
yeah,
still
yeah, yeah.
laugh at them.
Still laugh.
because
Yeah, yeah.
they're just
I would
so,
never stop to
they're
laugh.
just so good.
to that.
So we wanted to do this episode in this way. So both of us have decided on, let's say, 5 of our most favorite scenes from
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Office, and we haven't talked about it before filming this. And what I'm interested in is if we're going to pick the same ones. I'm guessing that we're going to pick maybe 1 or 2, but it's very hard if we pick the same 5. I don't think it's going to be completely.
I think that probably maybe 2 or 3. You said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing that we're going to talk a bit later is, could The Office be filmed today, or could it be
Yes.
aired today? Because there are a lot of very
Controversial.
Maybe controversial.
Jesus, my words in English. Controversial.
controversial
What was the word that I had trouble last time?
karaoke,
Karaoke. Yeah.
Bloodfire.
Broadfire.
For
yeah.
those of you that don't know, check out the last episode. So, should we start? Do you have
Yes.
the first one?
I have.
Okay.
The first one is. Just a second. Did you told me to like episode or just like scene?
Just the scene. It doesn't
the
even.
first scene that's my like ultimate
Okay.
favorite. It's when that guy from the, it's not corporate but he's working behind blonde Toby, like the
okay.
devil of the office.
Yeah,
when you ask
HR,
Michael.
yeah.
HR, human resources.
Human resources,
Yes,
yeah.
he's working in that. Yeah. And when he came back from Costa Rica, I think.
Okay.
Like he was like, Michael thought that he's
gone for
forever.
good.
Yeah, forever. Yeah. And he was like so happy and stuff. Yeah, he's like really enthusiastic about that. And then they had some meeting.
It was some sort of celebration. I know that
Celebration,
there were
yeah,
cookies, brownies.
Yes,
they were eating
yes.
something.
And Jim told Michael. No, Jim told. I don't know.
I think somebody said that. I think Phyllis. I'm not completely sure. I
Phyllis.
think Phyllis said that she was going to bring some brownies to Toby.
To Toby,
And Michael was just, "Ha."
and Jim was like, okay, you should do that, and Michael was like,
Imagine
Toby
that.
is not here. Imagine that. Yeah, Toby. Ha, ha, ha. And Jim told Michael to go to check on that.
Yeah.
And Michael, like, for
Yeah.
no good reason, like, he's just, okay, I will do that, just for fun.
Yeah.
And he went there, and they're like,
Then Toby,
done
nothing.
this, nobody.
Nothing.
And then
Turned
when
around.
he turned around, and that scene, you all remember that. Like,
Then he said, "No,
yeah, please, God, no.
no."
Yeah, that was the like
That's-
ultimate favorite.
That's also on my list. So we already have
Yeah,
one of the same. Oh, but like Toby, I don't even know why I don't like Toby. But I don't like him.
He feels like to be the very nice guy. Like
Yeah.
his character in the series are like he's really genuine and he's good and he's good person and everything. But like he just, I also don't like him because Michael don't like him.
He has a punch me face.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
He's always like this.
I mean, he's definitely, his energy levels and everything are so off. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel good maybe being around him. But at the same time, I think we're just hating him way more than we should. But I mean, that just means that they did a good job with the character.
Yeah, of course, it's perfect job. I would say before I'm a little bit selfish because I will say the second, just a second, but the second episode, please don't interrupt me because I will say, do you remember that time when Michael was talking to corporate and he said that Toby was not the part of their family, and he said like, but he's divorced, so he's not part of his family also.
I forgot about that one. Oh,
That was also like
that was just brutal. Is that a part on your list or was
no,
that was,
just made
that's
up,
an
yeah.
add-on?
But it could be on the list. Yeah.
I forgot
That's
about
perfect,
that.
yeah.
That's just like
Okay,
like
you
a burn.
carry on. Your turn.
Oh, my turn. My all-time favorite scene, I think, and this is the first scene that I've actually seen before watching The Office.
Oh, really?
So I've watched this scene on YouTube.
Hooked up with that.
Somebody showed me, and I was laughing my ass off, even though I didn't know who the characters
Yeah,
are.
yeah, yeah.
And now it's even more funnier. The CPR scene.
Can you remind me of that?
When Dwight started the fire and Stanley had a heart attack or something, and then they brought that one from Red Cross or something that showed him how to revive a person. Basically, I was, and Michael was trying to revive that doll, and this girl said, "Yeah, you should pump to the tune of Staying Alive." Do you know that song? Yeah, of course. It's First I was afraid, I was petrified. Oh, I mean, who comes up with that stuff? And Creed's part in that whole scene is the best. He was looking at that girl for a whole time, and then he said, "I know how I know you. I saw you at the parking lot." Like, he was trying to remember the whole time while this was all happening there. Amazing scene. Amazing scene. And then Andy starts singing the song. Kelly starts dancing, like whatever. And Stanley, I think, even says, "I feel like I'm how does he put it? I feel like I'm working for my own casket or something. Like he's working in that place." And he knows that he's going to die there, basically. That's his meaning. Like, I'm just working and I'm going to die here. There's nothing good. So that's my
He's
favorite
only waiting
scene.
for Donut Day.
Another cool detail about that part is when the Red Cross lady says, "Did you check the pulse? Is he breathing?" And Michael says, "No, he's not breathing because he's a doll. He also doesn't have arms or legs." What kind of quality life are we talking about here? And Kevin,
he's even more to try.
Yeah. And Kevin said, like, "Well, I would like to live without arms." And he said, "How about without arms or legs? That's basically how you live right now." Like crazy. Michael is a perfect character there.
Perfect,
So you don't have that one on your list?
No, I didn't get that.
That's
one.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
So,
but there is so many, like every episode has like 2 or 3 like punchlines and jokes, like that's just immeasurably good.
That's why it's very easy to rewatch the episodes.
Yeah.
I think like even if you were to watch them 40 times, you would still find that one detail that you haven't watched before. If you remember, I've sent you on Instagram. There was that reel. I'm not really sure how it goes. Like Michael was recycling stuff, paper and stuff like that.
Yes, I saw that.
And somebody said like, "But we don't have those recycle bins."
Yeah.
But it seems like in previous seasons somewhere there were recycle bins. So think of that Easter egg, like small
details. And some YouTuber noticed
somebody,
that and
pointed it out.
It's
amazing.
I was like shocked. And also when you mentioned that, there is also like Dwight.
Okay.
When you send Instagram reels, so I also like saw one detail like I would never come to that. It was Dwight has a baseball player with nothing head, like.
Okay.
Do you know that?
Yeah, those cards.
Yeah. And it's a baseball player, and Dwight apparently thinks that baseball is like shitty sport, that nobody likes, that is like for fools, like
I don't even know how
it's just like
how it's played,
lame sport.
And
it was weird that he has a baseball player on his table, and like that YouTuber who saw that, he went to research that, why is that like baseball player on Dwight's table.
Why that one?
And like since we all know that Dwight is like kisses to Michael, and that player, baseball player, his name in real life, and that guy exists. It's Michael Scott.
Michael Scott. Yeah. Cool.
So Dwight, like, because he's a kisses, he likes boss, and that guy, Michael Scott, really used to play for Scranton.
Come on, that's a perfect Easter egg.
So that's like crazy detail.
Oh, amazing! That's the things that I really appreciate about any show. Like when you go a bit deeper, like Marvel does that pretty good with their movies. But I mean, for a TV show that was airing like way before, that's perfect. Okay, so what's your next scene?
My next scene, I cannot like remember in in what episode was that,
It
or
doesn't matter.
anything? What was the like plot twist of that episode? But
Okay.
I think I remember that uh, they were in conference room
Okay.
and they were doing something, and Michael like came up on idea about some project. I really don't remember what was the
Maybe I will
project and
remember
everything.
if you.
Yeah,
Huh.
but like he said, since everybody was in the room, and he said like, shall we do Angela and Phyllis dispute? And
Okay.
Angela said like, you already did me. And he was like, but tone of his voice, it's not like every other. That's what she said. Like that's what she said. He said like that. But like when she said, you already did me, and he was like, that's what she said. Like I cannot remember, but
Okay.
that's what she said.
He
like,
emphasized it,
yeah,
like-
but his tone of his voice, like
That's what she said. Okay.
I don't remember what
Yeah.
the correct tone was.
Phyllis Angela dispute.
You already did me.
That's what she said.
That's the thing. Actually, it's very good that you can't really like deliver it that way because it's Michael.
Michael,
only,
yeah,
only
only-
he can do it
yeah,
quite
yeah,
the way
yeah,
it
yeah.
should be, and that just makes him a unique actor for this one.
Of course, he's
And
perfect actor.
That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
it was kind of troubled when he was replaced by Andy in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
last 2 seasons, right?
2 seasons, yeah.
But we can talk about that a
Okay,
little
we
bit
will
later.
talk
A little
about
bit
that.
later.
Andy is also cool.
Yeah,
guy,
Andy's a
but
cool guy.
We will talk about
Okay,
it.
we'll
yeah.
talk about that later. What I wanted to say as well when it comes to this, it's very hard to react these scenes or even to talk about them. That's why it's very easy to send clips and just laugh together with them. I mean, it's just perfectly filmed.
Yeah.
Filmed like series. Okay, my second one. What was my second one? Well, I don't have an order in which I'm going to say, but for example, when I think Kevin was doing something with the finances that was kind of illegal.
Okay.
You know, you think.
Okay,
You know,
I think I remember that, but carry
and
on.
that's at the end why he, spoiler alert if you haven't watched the full series, gets fired later,
Okay.
like in the last episode or
Okay.
in the maybe last episode, and Oscar finds out about this like trouble, and he's saying you shouldn't do this is illegal, you should have checked these numbers and stuff like that. And he says, I'm not going to survive jail, I'm not built for jail, you would love jail. And Oscar was just like,
Why would I like?
you don't know? Oh, you would love it.
I remember. Oh, you would love jail, yeah.
And he just looks to the camera like, Jimin. I think that's like the craziest joke in the whole office, and that's probably one of the reasons why this show wouldn't be able to air today. I mean,
yeah.
but
It's controversial, but come on, it's a good joke. Even if you are like
Gay.
somebody who is gay, like I think like you shouldn't take that for offense. That's really funny.
and
Come on.
that's what I want to say. Like, for example, I'm a Catholic, and I don't mind if somebody is like making fun of me. I mean, there's always there's always a certain line where
Yes,
you know
of course.
when you know that somebody is making a joke, and you can really make a joke about anything when it comes to me.
Of course, me too.
Even I like to make jokes about myself. I think that's just like normal and
Normal,
funny.
yeah.
But if somebody is doing it if you know that somebody is doing it with bad intention,
Yeah,
that changes
that's
the
not-
tone.
Yeah, I
But
think
when
also.
it comes to comedies, like when it comes to comedians and stuff like that, I would never hold a grudge for anything they say
of
because
course.
they're comedians.
It's for good laugh.
Yeah,
Come on,
that's their
not
job.
offensive,
Like
yeah.
if you were to get offensive by a comedian, then you don't have to listen to them.
Yes,
You
yes,
don't have to
yes.
go to like
Yes,
that's just my
comedy,
opinion.
and
Yeah.
everything, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, me too. I also think that.
if we can't have fun with everything, then we're just
come on,
like
we are just humans. So
yeah.
like we
But
need to laugh.
That's a
to some
perfect
stuff.
joke.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a perfect joke. I don't know.
That's perfect.
Did you have that one on your list?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
But I had a similar like when we are about the
Controversial. Okay.
controversial. Yeah, it's also controversial. I don't know, should I say? But like it's. So
Just say it,
funny.
just say it, we've already-
Diversity Day. Do you remember that episode? Diversity Day, when Michael, when like some other agency outside of the corporate and
Okay.
like they came in and like they asked to bring a like how do you say that, attention to like diversity in the working places,
different kind of groups.
race
Yeah.
and gender and stuff like that.
Okay.
And like they came and Michael didn't like the stuff they were making, so like he put them aside and he will do that.
Okay.
And he made a meeting in conference room.
I
when,
think
like,
I remember.
Yeah, when he like had that idea that everybody should put a name on the paper for somebody else, and they will mix it and like they will put it on the forehead. Yeah. and listen that scene has like 3 or 4 like crazy
Amazing.
stupid.
Yeah.
Like it's really controversial.
Yeah,
but
that's
come on, it's cool. Like,
Like-
first one in that episode was like Stanley. He got the sign of his forehead black,
Black.
and
Okay.
I don't know who.
I think he was talking with Pam.
Pam. Yeah, Pam,
Okay.
and she was Jewish.
Okay.
And like Stanley asks some like
No.
He
Dwight
said
was Jewish, right? No.
no. Pam was Jewish,
Okay.
and Stanley told her like because she's Jewish and she needs to guess.
Yeah,
who
some
she is.
stereotypes and stuff
stereotypes.
like that.
And he said like I'm really jealous of your culture growth in America. Like you're really good at good job, did a good job. Yeah, like Jewish
you're
are in
holding
America,
together and
holding
stuff like
together,
that.
yeah. And she was like, okay, and
What was her answer? You don't know.
I don't know, but Michael came in
Okay.
and said like, yes, when he saw the signs, he saw Jewish
Jewish
and
and
black.
black.
Yeah, and he says like,
Make it ugly or something like that.
He
No.
said the line. It's horrible. It's funny, but
Okay.
like he said, come on, slavery versus Holocaust.
Oh. Oh, that's dark.
That's our humor.
But I mean, yeah.
And like the Stanley was the punchline because he took it off and he saw he made
the
the
hell?
face. What the hell? He is black, and Michael just took it. That's not the way it's supposed to be.
I wanna.
That was really funny.
What's the name? Do you watch comedians like on Netflix or stuff like that? Not too much.
No, not too much. I saw like some really big.
What's the name of that weird
Kevin
looking
Hart,
comedian? No.
like that, yeah.
There's that guy that kind of looks like a puppet. He's oh man, he's like known for very dark humor, and this is the thing that he usually says in his comedy specials.
Is it?
Tell me, I will,
Is he British?
yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
I know.
British.
Johnny Carr or something.
Jimmy Carr.
Yes.
Jimmy
He's
Carr.
really-
And he's like, one of the things that he says in his comedy specials is one thing is to joke about things, and the other thing is when it's a real thing. So he's going to, like laugh
really-
about Holocaust, and I don't know. I don't even want to say like the darkest things that you can think of multiplied by 10, and that's like Jimmy
that's
Carr.
him, He's
And
really,
and he's still like, and his face is always like that serious. So I think him and Michael could maybe get along. But there was also one thing like what was on Dwight's forehead? Do you
it
remember?
was Asian.
Asian. and
Am I a woman?
And Pam was like saying, based on the stereotypes that I don't agree with,
Yes,
and stuff
yes.
like that, you might be a bad
Bad
driver.
driver.
Oh God, am I? But here's a story from real.
It's a double joke, like.
Yeah, but here's a story from real life.
Okay.
We were actually playing that sort of guessing game one New Year's Eve, but we weren't like going that far with
Okay.
it. And I remember there's this one friend of mine who actually went to be a priest, and somebody wrote Jesus and put it on his head, and he was like asking questions like, "Am I a real person?" And yeah. When have I lived before, or am I fictional? No, you've lived before. And he asked a lot of questions, and he was asking like, well, what was the I don't know. He asked a lot of questions, and we were like, yeah, sometimes like it's very hard to say for Jesus,
for Jesus,
sometimes the like correct answers. And at one point he was like, he tried everything, every single possible answer, and he was fed up, and he said like, come on, It's not like I'm Jesus. And we were just like, but you are. That was like a perfect timing.
Innocent joke, yeah.
Innocent joke.
Yeah, great.
Like we said, we make fun
Of all things,
of everything. I mean, in a good way, I think.
Of course.
Okay, is it my turn? Your turn? I forgot.
It's your turn.
It's
but also, let's just wrap it up around Diversity Day. Like, the next scene, what was funny is like when Michael, like, it started to falling apart. Like, nobody liked that, and everybody is angry, and of course you would be. And, like, Michael tried to stick it together, and he came to Kelly.
Okay.
Since she's an
Indian?
Yes, or from I don't know from where, but like she has a little bit darker skin, and he was like he's acting an Indian. Oh, come on, something like that. I don't know, and she slaps him in the face. Jesus, that's
now
also,
that you mentioned it, and this is the thing. Like, I'm not against any certain type of people, but she looks Indian. I'm not sure if
I don't know.
Maybe she's I'm not
Kelly
even
Kapoor
sure.
is that her?
Kapoor. Yeah, Kapoor.
Yeah, probably. We don't know.
We've already
We
mentioned. We've already mentioned this in another episode. Like, if you were to see Joe or me, like, it would be very hard to say where are we from, you know. So that's like, I would never get offended if somebody calls me an American, because that happened before, or I don't know, anything, because it's what are you doing?
No, just keep talking. Keep talking.
Because like how will you know? And at the end of the day, like, all of those nationalities, it's very hard to even pinpoint where you are really from, like where you started.
Of course.
Because there are a lot of like history.
For example, I never get offended
roots.
when people say that I look like Johnny Depp. It's
like
why should I get offended? Just kidding. Yeah, continue.
Okay, so it's my turn, right?
Yes. Sorry.
Let me see. Okay, we've already talked about Toby returns.
Okay.
Toby returns. What was? Okay, poison coffee. Do you know that scene?
I know. When Jim faxed to Dwight.
So Jim sends fake faxes to Dwight from the future, from his future self, and saying in 11 a.m. today, somebody is going to poison the coffee. And Dwight reads it and just jumps out, like
to Stanley.
just slaps it out of Stanley's hand and says, "You will thank me later." I mean, that's
good.
such a Dwight thing to do.
Dwight. And Jim like making those things to Dwight. Like that's just.
I don't know. I mean, Jim is like a big kid. He feels like a kid, I don't know, in high school maybe, who just likes to mess around with people. But what I find it interesting in the whole office is it's really basically like a big high school. You know? Is it?
Yeah.
Like that's what it reminds me of.
Like a big classroom. Yeah, you said it good.
Okay, what else? What's your next?
My next. Just a second, I need to.
I don't know what's with me. I'm always coughing. Maybe I'm going to die. Whatever.
No, please don't do that.
I have so many.
Yeah. Of course, there's so many.
It's hard
this
to pick
one,
only
right,
5.
I watched it like hundreds of millions times on the reels, on the YouTube. When I am angry and like sad in real life, I just turn on that episode. Like
now
it brings the good in me.
Now you really like pumped it up.
Yeah. And I think that you are also gonna like that one on YouTube. Do you remember that when Jen left Michael?
Yeah.
And he's in his office, and like before hoes. Bros before hoes. Why? That scene. I cannot like imitate him, and I would not do that because I'm bad in that. But like bros before hoes. Why? Because your bros are always there for you, and the hoes, I don't know.
They leave you.
They rips your heart for no good reason. What else he said?
It's very hard. No matter how many times you watched it, it's very hard to memorize every single
I
word.
literally watched it like million times, and I cannot repeat.
I just remember,
especially the tone, what he said. Like, and his acting is so good because he's going like bro before host, and like when that started, he's talking, and like he finished in cry. Like
Yeah.
he's crying on the end of that sentence, and that's like crazy acting and
Like,
really funny.
Best dynamic ever.
Yeah.
Going from very proud to
Yeah,
being
yeah.
completely devastated. And I just
you
remember
were nothing but good to hoe. Something like that. I
you were
remember.
nothing but good to your hoe, and then she's not your hoe
No
more.
more.
That's the only thing that I remember the ending
yeah.
because it rhymes and everything.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
iconic.
That's a
That
cool thing.
part.
I actually thought that you were going to say a different scene with Jan, and that's when Michael wants to break up with her.
Oh, I don't.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
You will remember in a second. So Michael wants to break up with her, and she came to his office for some reason. I don't know, like business reason, whatever. And he says, okay, he's going to just get himself together. He's going to go into the office, and he's just going to break it off. It doesn't make sense anymore.
Okay.
And he goes into the office, but Jen had a boob job.
A boob job. I remember boob job. Yeah.
And he was like ready to he was ready to just like break up with her, and then he was like,
just lower his like.
and the next sentence is great because he says, I think it's a sign of maturity to give people second chances.
I remember that.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But it's amazing how he turned it into this wonderful thing, like
morality
he's
and stuff. He's giving
morality.
her.
Oh
I
man.
remember that. Yeah.
Ooh.
And he's so proud
Yeah,
when he says this
he
thing.
did a
I think that's a good thing.
noble thing
Yeah,
to
noble
do.
thing. He's great. He's just great acting and stuff.
Michael is perfect.
Whoever written that, like, I don't know it is if it was Ricky Gervais or somebody else, but like pure gold comedy. That's cannot be described different.
And what I like also is as much as it was written, there were still a lot of improvised parts.
Yeah,
and
of course,
those tend to also get into the final pick. Okay, whose turn is it?
My turn. Next.
What number are we at? 4.
4, I think.
Okay.
4. Okay. Next, okay. I'm also not going to
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
correct
it's
order.
not
Like
yeah.
it's just what pops in my mind.
Based on the
what's
list,
on
okay.
the list. Like Jen and Michael's party. Dinner party.
Dinner party.
You remember that? Yeah.
I don't remember too much of that episode, although I know that that's maybe everybody's favorite episode.
Yeah.
Everybody says like dinner parties. That's the best episode.
Yeah.
But remind me because
And
I kind of forgot
like-
it a bit.
Like the moment when, of course, Michael and Jen like invited, I don't know, Pam and Jim, Andy and Angela, and I don't know, was it Dwight there? Dwight, and he picked up some like random woman, I think. It's not from the office. It's like not like acting in the series, like random woman, of course, actor, but like just a random woman in the
I
series.
can't remember if
yes,
Dwight was there, but if you
it doesn't
say
matter,
it is.
yeah. But
he was.
like from the moment when they get in, that's like pure, like I said, pure gold comedy. Because like Andy is like kissing ass to Angela because they are started dating, and he like bring the flowers to Jan, and like he gives it, and like he took the one and like gives to Angela a romantic stuff. And then like everything was good, and like fight between Jan and Michael because they were having a bad time in their relationship, and like
I remember that.
not just the fight which came on after, but that tension between their two. Like when she get up and like play that music from her assistant from the job, and she's like doing this, like she's and that's perfect. Like I can imagine that, like you know what I'm saying.
That's a definition of cringe.
Cringe,
like,
yeah, cringe.
Like
yeah,
that
yeah,
episode is. I just feel like I'm starting to remember it as you're talking. I'm just feeling like this when I'm watching it.
Yeah. Cringe.
And
Like pure. Yeah.
That's the reason why my wife doesn't like The Office, because it's always cringy, and that's the reason why I love The Office, because that's like it's so it's so cringy that you just feel bad for everybody inside.
Yeah, everybody, yeah.
And
especially for Pam and Jim.
And
like
there was
they're
was that one where he kind of opens that one TV, small TV.
Yeah, small like plasma TV. Like he puts it like
I don't know how
like
to.
this.
Yeah.
Look this, Jim. Look this.
Look at it.
I put it like this, like we got space for everything. And he's just like that.
Is it?
Why is he doing that, and why those like little bit parts are written for his role? Because like he's a egomaniac. Like he has such many ego. Like he's
the
all over
world's
the place.
best
He's the
boss.
World's best boss. Yes.
Doesn't go further than that.
That's written on his mug on the job. But like,
Sorry.
like every that single detail, including that plasma TV and everything that he does in that series of Office, he always have that little bit details that making his ego big. Like that's with his plasma. Like I bought this with my own money, and Jen couldn't do anything to stop me. Because he's acting like that.
I actually haven't thought about that, but you're right. Yeah.
And Jen, she's also she's like crazy chick who has problems with herself, and he's with Michael just because.
Why is she with Michael? Like,
just because she likes controlling, I think, and he's really controllable. Like she can control him because he's only like he just likes sex and she looks good, and
can I respond with a scene that perfectly fits that?
Yes.
Like Michael was talking to the women from the office about the relationship he has with Jan, and he was like looking for advice, and he asked him like what do the girls there think about role play, because Jen likes Jen likes role play, and he said like she likes.
And Phyllis said like that's a pretty common one.
But I didn't say which one.
Sorry.
I think Michael said like schoolgirls. And Philip said, yeah, that's not Phyllis. Or I think Karen.
Karen,
Karen said, I think. Karen said like, yeah, that's a pretty common one. He said, yeah, but I'm not really feeling comfortable in a skirt.
In a schoolgirl's uniform.
Yeah, in a skirt and stuff like that. Like,
that's
perfect. And Pam did that thing the Jim does, like, saw.
Just look to the camera. That's perfect.
Who would think of that?
And that's what's describing their relationship.
That's a perfect sentence that says that Jen controls.
She controls.
A control
and
freak.
Like in their apartment, like on that dinner party which they had, like nothing is Michael's. Like nothing. He doesn't had a chance to pick anything, and only thing that he has is that plasma TV, which is like this big. And like he is like bringing that to front because he likes, we are men. Like Jim came and Dwight, and he needs to like brag about something. But
like my father when he always brags about barbecue.
Yes, and stuff like that. Me too. Like when I build something, I like to all other men, like this is mine. I made this and stuff like that.
That's manly thing.
Manly thing. Yeah. And Michael was like, and that was. What is funny, like it's not just a joke on one level, like it's on 10 different levels.
Especially because it's this small.
Yes,
and he's bragging about it.
Look at this. I put it like this. We have whole space.
Did Michael have a vasectomy there in that scene?
Yeah. Something was
like. I think he did it because of Jan. Then he said like he's going to reverse it or something.
She asked him
to get it.
To get it is just a second. I
can't remember. I know that there is a mention of it somewhere.
Or maybe he didn't have it, but she asked him because she don't like to have children.
She doesn't want to have kids.
I don't know. I don't remember. But
we need to check it out. There's something about it there.
And
can I ask you something? Because
please.
I'm sorry, but it's bothering me a bit.
Okay.
You're always hitting this.
Oh, sorry.
Can you
sorry,
I'm sorry. It's not because of this, but I just don't want it to fall.
It is because of
this.
No. You can brag about this one.
I can brag about this. 100K.
When he got this. He was like Michael in the series. Like it's the plasma TV is like this big. And he's like,
I think it's even smaller.
Look at this. This is mine. I earned it.
Well, I did.
I'm just kidding. It's good.
This is what I want with this series. I really enjoy doing this with Joe, and I really mean it. And when we hit, hopefully, 1 million subscribers, I will also get Joel a 1 million subscriber plaque. And there's also one more thing. Of course.
You can do that.
Of course I can do that. And there's one more thing that I want to say is when we get to 1 million subscribers, I will shave my beard completely. I haven't done that in ages.
I will.
Ages.
Okay, since you are doing that,
Okay.
and I will gonna get
You're
golden
going to-
black
Yeah.
here. I will also shave mine mustaches. Mustaches.
Mustaches.
What the fuck did I say? Mustaches.
Mustaches.
Mustaches. Jesus Christ.
We need to make a
Mustache.
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 Dude, you.
Mustaches.
We need to make merch that says mustaches. I don't even know how to spell that. Mustaches. It probably has a ch, which is a
That's Croatian
letter.
word. Yeah. Nobody like can say that.
Letter, ch.
Letter ch.
Mustaches.
Mustaches. Okay,
Okay,
I'm sorry.
so-
I'm sorry for that.
It's okay. So we're at number 5, right?
Yes.
Let me check. Is it my turn?
Yes, it's your turn.
I think I've mentioned already. Okay, there's this one. I
Okay.
think we've already we had a couple of them that were the same, but I don't think you're going to say this one.
Okay.
When Michael is talking with David Wallace
Okay.
about a new position.
I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah,
And he
I
says
know.
don't ever do anything
For
to
whatsoever.
anybody for any reason whatsoever to anybody.
To anybody,
you-
do any of those, like to any. Yeah, I remember that.
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
he said, I sometimes just start a sentence and I don't know where it's going. But I just hope that I'm going to find my way while I'm
Yeah,
speaking. And sometimes I feel the same.
yeah.
But it's just perfect. And he's so calm. And David is like listening really carefully.
David was like because that branch, Scranton branch, was doing the best. I hope
that
you
period, yeah.
remember if you watched it. It's the best from all other branches.
Yeah.
It's working, and Michael is in front of that. And like David question is like pure curiosity,
Okay.
and like he's like surprised by Michael's like managing Scranton. Yeah,
Because Michael is.
yeah.
It doesn't
and,
look
and
like.
that question and like.
But what did he ask him? I forget.
He asked him like, "How do you do it? How the Scranton branch is the best of
Oh.
all other branches?" And like that Michael again, like he has that when somebody like that's the kind of person that like to be asked stuff and like likes to brag about that he's the best and he's like body language and everything. He's like, listen, David, my psychology is basically this. And then he said that. He's bragging about it, and he doesn't know what he's saying.
And these are the words I live by.
yeah. And these are the words that I live by. Yeah. Like that's
Don't
like his
ever
yeah,
to
yeah.
anybody. Dude, I need to learn that line completely. It's
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that even Michael would repeat it the same
Yeah,
if
yeah,
he was. And what's your fifth? What's your fifth?
Fifth mustaches and fifth.
Mustaches. Fifth mustache. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ah, dude, don't. Oh man.
Wow. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry.
Mustaches.
Mustaches. Okay, we are on the 5th.
Okay.
My 5th episode. I don't know, is it on your list?
I think we've already said all.
Okay,
all
you
ours,
said
I
all
think.
5. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, doesn't matter. But also that's the ultimate like best for a lot of people. That's when like corporate came into the Scranton branch, and they came in because Michael had an issue. When you ask corporate, he had issue with because he's not being serious. And he's like making a lot of jokes and everything and stuff like that. And like they were in the office, Michael's office, and Jen like asked Michael, David from corporate and Jen, they asked Michael like, you shouldn't be joking and be friends with
in the workplace.
in workplace with your
Colleagues,
colleagues and yes, and like he said, okay, I'm not like happy with that, but okay, let's do that.
If that's what needs to be.
And like he went out and like like he called out to everybody, and like he said, I will
From now on.
from now on, I will never make jokes, and I will be.
No, sorry. He says, you can take this like
My retirement from comedy.
retirement from comedy.
Yes,
That's
retirement from comedy. I will no longer do any of those things. And like Jim was like,
Does that include?
that's what she
she
said.
says.
yeah.
Jokes. Yeah.
And he said yes. And like, and then Jim like
And
put
that's
him a really
that's
good one.
Perfect. And he said, "Wow, do you think you're going to be able to go
all day long. Yeah. You always
No,
let
no, no.
me.
He said first, that's really hard.
That's really hard.
Will you be able to go
All
on
day long?
all day long?
You always left me smile
You always left me satisfied and,
and
smiling.
smiling.
That's what she said.
And like
That's what she said.
That's what she said. And that laugh which he made,
He just couldn't contain himself. Oh, my laughing muscles are hurting.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that's the
that's the
great
really
part.
great one. Yeah.
What I've just figured out is, as much as we enjoy all these scenes,
Okay.
we haven't talked about every single character. I mean, maybe there is not time
Oh, yeah,
to talk about every single character, but Creed.
Creed.
Like
that's
Creed
the
has some
craziest.
of the coolest lines,
Yeah.
but he's like he doesn't have too many of them,
Yes.
and whenever he delivers, they're always
Perfect.
like
yeah,
killer.
Yeah, I know.
There,
I know.
there's that one when Toby is describing something of self-defense to them, and he says there are three things that you have to do:
Yes. I
hit,
remember that.
scream, and run.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he hits Meredith, I think,
Meredith, yeah, boom.
and then just runs. Like what the hell?
Yeah.
And there
I
are-
remember that.
And what does he do? He doesn't even know what he
Yeah,
does.
but somebody asked him like some Jen, I think.
No,
Oh.
Jan, the woman that Michael actually marries later. What's her name? The blonde one.
A blonde one.
She
She,
asked him.
also worked in human resources
Yeah.
after Toby.
She asked him
What's your name?
like,
Yeah,
"What's
yeah,
your
yeah,
name?"
yeah.
And he was just like smiling. What's the deal with this woman?
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
is she
what-
asking me
yeah.
these questions?
I need to make something up because if somebody asks me what I'm doing, I don't know.
Something with quadruple
management.
And there was somebody in the YouTube comment section, and he said like what is he actually doing? And somebody said he's just playing solitaire all day long, like cards.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, so at the end of the day, could this show be filmed today?
That's. I think that I'm really. I don't know what to say.
Like it could be filmed, but and the big better question I think would be, where would it be played?
Yes.
Like there are a lot of these TV stations and stuff like that have a lot of rules nowadays that
Yes.
we like to call this like politically correct,
Yes.
where nobody can get offended at any point.
Yes.
And to me, that
That's bad.
that-
Come on.
Of course, that's bad.
You're
And-
shitting on all over to all
and
of
what
us.
does even mean? And what does
What
it even
are
mean?
the rules?
Now, what does it even mean to be offended like by
Yes,
those things? You
yes.
need to just chill.
Chill
and
out, come
learn
on.
to take a
Let
joke.
us laugh and
Yeah.
we are not like we are
Like
not
there
thinking
are-
anything bad to anybody. Like we want to watch those shows.
Like even Hollywood, there are things where you have to have a certain amount of, I don't know, gay people, trans people. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Like Jewish people, and they have categories that they have to fill in.
Yes.
And I don't have anything against those, but you can't make I don't
course.
know. You can't make a certain type of story. For example, I'm just
Of course.
here's the thing. Like if you were to make a story about people living in Bronx
Okay.
and their life, you are not going to pick a like Caucasian white character
Yeah.
to act main role in that
Yeah,
part,
of course,
because it
of
doesn't make sense. He
Yes,
wasn't
it doesn't
there.
make-
That's
yeah,
not
yeah.
his part. I just took Bronx for an example.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
yeah,
Or
I
I don't know.
understand, yeah.
Let's say some famous basketball player. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter. The same should be said for I don't know some white roles or I don't know anybody else. Why would you make a
Yeah,
black
yeah, yeah.
person do those
Well,
roles? I don't know.
I know what you're saying,
Yeah.
and that also bothers me. It is like controversial thing to say, but don't matter.
We don't care.
We don't care. We really don't care, because that's like there are many. There are like probably like 99% of people who are gay, or what else you said, they are normal, but they had like 1% that propaganda, like, which is like how do you say that? They are like doing those stuff like setting the rules on the TV and everything like that. So you cannot joke about anything. You cannot like be offensive. But even they don't know how to describe what is offensive.
Do you want to know my opinion?
Okay.
I think that a lot of this,
Okay.
a lot of all of this is done on purpose, because they probably want to put our attention to this,
Okay.
while some other bad things are happening in the world.
Oh, that's
So maybe that's a bit like a conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
but think
probably.
about
Could
it.
be, could be.
We're talking about this. It's always in the media, and there are a lot of things that are definitely
Be hidden
not
from us.
okay,
Yeah.
not
Yeah, man.
normal, but they are just shoved into our throats, and we need to accept them.
That's what she
Although, perfect use.
out to our throats.
And there are a lot of these things that are really being pushed, and
Pushed in our throats. Okay, continue. I'm
and
sorry.
that just don't make sense. And to anybody who has even a bit like courage to say them, they will say that they don't make sense. But a lot of people, unfortunately, live in a fear of losing their job or something like that. And I can understand that, but it just doesn't make sense. But let me just get back to Hollywood. Let's say, if you have rules that make you pick some certain people, that's discriminating everybody else.
Yes, of course.
And I'm not talking about percentages. Like, let's say Harvard. If you need to have a rule that says we need to accept this many, I don't know, Asians, this many Indians or whatever, I'm just saying random people that come to my mind, that doesn't make sense, because then it's no longer a place where education is valued.
Yes.
So in every single university, there should be a test or more tests that you need to pass in order to qualify.
Of course.
And if we start to think, okay, tests should be a bit lower for these, or we need to like change them up a bit so everybody gets accepted, it doesn't matter. If one race, I'm just saying, if one race is so much better than the other, let them have all the spaces, in my opinion. Because maybe those people will lead
lead
the country
and make the world better to us or anybody else. Yeah.
I mean, maybe we've gone a bit way too deep
too
into
far,
this.
yeah, but we will talk about that maybe
in another time. But
episode,
I'm just bothered with those rules. Like, we need to have a certain amount of people. Like, sorry. Why not make a better movie for those type of people? Like, just for this is what I was saying. For example, I hate it when studios are making 3 parts of a movie or something. Like, I don't know, one movie did well. Okay, maybe they can do a sequel, but if they milk it, like make 3, 4,
Fast
5.
and Furious 10.
I don't know. Maybe some people love those. But how can you make 10? Like, maybe if it's a series. I don't know. I haven't watched them. Maybe they're great. But I just have a hard time believing that they can be that different. In my opinion, make a great one movie and stop with it. Because if you make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
you're losing your sense and the reasons why you like. Okay,
it's milking it.
It's
you just want to, you just want money from it, you know. And well, I don't know what.
And we can connect. We started to talk, but why your question is why even this question controversial? Like, why we need to ask this question? Like, is it okay to film The Office today? Of course, it's okay. It should be okay. That's normal thing. It should be okay, because it's like pure joking. It's like nothing bad is due to that. But like everybody these days in the world, are, oh, they're racial, they're racist, and
but everybody is still going to watch at home and laugh and share it around like
funny.
this.
It's nothing like.
His mobile phone
dropped. That's maybe I should
Smartphone.
stop to talk about this because
No,
some
no,
people-
no, no, no. Okay.
But it's just like that's just laughing and comedy and that's all.
And laughing is healthy.
And healthy, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Look at us.
We are laughing, yeah.
But no, seriously, like these episodes are really doing well for my mental health. Just laughing with you, bro, it really is beneficial.
Yes,
and I'm not
yes.
just saying that. It's really good.
It's like therapy.
Therapy,
Yeah.
why not? I mean, laughter is the best medicine.
And everybody has their own way, like to finding what kind of comedy is good for him. But like we can all agree that life without comedy would be terrible for all of us.
Of course. If we can't agree on that, then we're in trouble already.
In trouble, yeah.
And there's one thing to be sarcastic about everything, and you can definitely find sarcasm a bit harder in real life. But at the end of the day, when you're filming something where you're making a joke, when you're playing a character that's like that, I mean, you need to differentiate plays and movies and series from real life, right?
Yes.
And what I wanted to say with this as well, like maybe, when it comes to Office is even not the craziest series when it comes to this. I'm sure that there are harder and
Yeah,
darker
of
series than
course,
this
of course.
that are airing today.
Yes.
But if you were to bring back Office, it would be, oh, why
Yeah,
Office?
what is this?
So it doesn't really make sense, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And when it comes to even go to YouTube, there are a lot of comedians and a lot of even podcasts that are just crazy, saying everything.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, these guys are worse
Burning
than
out,
any
like,
Michael
everything,
Scott, like in real life. And and they're still either funny or really a bit, you know, maybe taking it too much or being what's the word? They're not their intentions may be not good, but most of the things, at least that I've seen, are always like done in a light-hearted manner, just like for fun and stuff
for
like
fun,
that.
yeah.
So I think we're getting to an end. What do you say?
Yes,
Is there anything else?
yes.
Any kind of maybe character that you want to mention?
Nothing else. We can make a second episode
Yeah,
because
because-
it's really nice to talk with you
Yeah,
about that. and it's funny.
Office is really good, and
Office related,
I really like this episode. Hope you
me
did too.
too.
And if you want, you can check out my merch. I need
Yeah,
I need to
merch,
say,
yeah.
and I will just leave a link. I don't want to bother you too much with that. But I'm really proud of these shirts. I need to get my friend Joe one. I know that I've said it, and I seriously have one, but I have to wash it before.
Okay.
I will have it for the next episode. Okay.
Okay, that would be nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and see you next time.
See you next time. Goodbye.